Too many systems are failing youth and they are failing employers.
Even though everyone agrees that education to employment is absolutely critical, there's a significant lack of data in terms of the journey from education to employment and how it breaks down along the way.
If we don't change what we've been doing and we try to get different results, we're going to have people that don't have the skills to meet the demand.
We have very good quality infrastructure, we have very good quality of machinery, and we got finance, but where are the people?
Many of the stakeholders work on parallel tracks on the issues that are in front of them and don't recognize the critical importance of seeing it as a system.
The industry requires work skills, and our educational system doesn't provide those work skills.
We were struggling to find the skilled labor that could work in the plants.
I realized I needed to do something better with my life.
The education to employment crisis is not only creating a significant pool of untapped talent globally, but it is also creating instability economically, socially, and in the lives of these youth themselves. In order to get an understanding of what's happening, we did a survey of 4,500 youth, 2,700 employers, and 900 education providers across 9 countries. 40% of employers report that skills are a main driver of entry-level job vacancies. Young people are 3 times more likely than their parents to be out of work. We have seen successful examples of education to employment. As part of our research, we profiled over 100 cases across 25 countries. The single commonality that we consistently found was that education providers walk into the world of employers, and employers walk into the world of education providers.
We found out a long time ago that you just can't be in silos.
Education and skills was seen as a state responsibility, but the execution was in the private sector. And when you looked at the NGO space, they had trust and execution skills, but they did not have the ability to scale.
Businesses have the responsibility to connect with the education infrastructure.
We don't go for a certificate, we're going for a job. So we get the employer to get involved in making sure that the skills program that we are running with these people meets exactly their requirement.
They need to do these things with their hands. So the best way of teaching them is through audio-visual demonstration. So we have an expert operator on camera who is actually demonstrating each of those tasks.
We looked at how do you put technology into the value chain, the skill training value chain. With Dikia, you just switch it on and the room gets transformed into a classroom. I think we built a very good standardized, scalable model of training. Whether it's in the northern part of India or southern or any other parts of India, it's standardized and is delivered to quality which is what the industry needs.
I never thought that I would get such a good job that, I always wanted to work in a 5-star hotel. To be in that position, a person needs to have a degree of 3 years and has to have an experience of 2 years. The interviewer himself told me that, but just the things that I learned in 1 month was enough to get that job in my hand.
The more relevant that a faculty member can make the course to what the student plans to pursue, the more successful that faculty member is going to be in the classroom.
Their instructors aren't people who went to nursing school and then taught. They're ICU nurses, they're PCU nurses, they're pediatric nurses.
I have been a registered nurse for maybe 15 years when I decided I wanted to teach nursing. Things are changing so fast, and for you to be teaching your students, you have to be abreast of what's going on out there.
They know the latest evidence-based practice. They know the latest protocols. They know what is needed to succeed as an actual nurse, not what the book says would be a good way to be a nurse.
It helps us to tailor the curriculum, to tailor the coursework, so that students see the relevance of the work that they're doing in the classroom to their future career goals.
I learn the best when I'm actually doing something. And with nursing, it's hard to practice on someone. So to be able to practice on a simulated mannequin who has hypertension, who has abdominal issues, it lends to better critical thinking. When you're in a real life situation, you need to know, first of all, what to do, and you need to be able to think in a calm, critical thinking manner.
The students are the real winners in all this, right? Because their curriculum that they're getting is being molded by the industry itself.
We ensure that we are at each intersection, in some way we own that intersection. We're actually improving the competitiveness of the industry, which is again a big thing in terms of employment. So I think there couldn't be a much better nation-building activity than skill development.
A participant who's been placed successfully, I think that is our success too.
As E2E systems evolve and various stakeholders become more engaged, provide their own innovations, their own entrepreneurial ideas, the role of government can become less central.
We can make the whole thing a market-driven success story without any intervention from government.
I always wanted to work and earn on my own. I didn't want to depend upon my parents.
It's up to you. You have to fight for it, you have to dig in, and you have to go get it.
It's not something we can just leave for another day. We got to face them down, or we got to face them now.
Without the right training, you're gonna be lost.
The world has not yet cracked the problem of education to employment, but the ingredients for success are becoming increasingly clear. We need all hands on deck across employers, education providers, governments, youth, parents, working together in very different ways if we're going to be able to find a solution. Too many youth get lost along the way. They deserve a better chance for success.
I am AC technician.
I will be a mechanic engineer.
I will be a journalist.
I am a retail sales associate.
I help students become music producers.
I will become a police officer.
I am sewing machine operator.
I want to be a sound engineer.
I am a sewing machine operator.
I would love to be a director.
I am a mason.
I will become a TV producer.
I am a healthcare assistant.
I am a steward.
I will be an entertainment attorney.
I will be a registered nurse.
I'm teaching students how to be givers of care.